I'll just give him a bit of a squeeze, then. No, said I. On the fourth day, after the water ran out, Drool had taken to squeezing Jeff, the monkey, as if he were a wineskin and drinking his wee. But now the monkey was dry, and I feared the next squeeze would produce little but a sanguine monkey marmalade. I won't hurt him, said the oaf, so inept in the lie that he might as well have tied bells on the truth and chased it around the town square while beating a drum. Drool dropped back onto the seat at his end of the dinghy, his weight sending the bow up so rapidly that Jeff was nearly launched into the drink. I caught the monkey and comforted him by slapping my coxcomb over his head and holding it fast until he stopped biting. But, said Drool, holding a great sausage of a finger aloft as he searched the night for a point. Shh! Drool, listen! I heard something beyond the lap of the waves and the growl of my gut. What? I stood in the boat, still hugging the monkey to my chest, and looked in the direction of the noise. A full moon puddled silver across the inky sea, but there, in the distance, lay a line of white. Surf. It's land, lad. Land! That way! I pointed. Now paddle, you great dribbling ninny. Paddle lest it be an island and we drift by. I will, Pocket, said Drool. I am. Land's the dog's bollocks, ain't it? He showed less enthusiasm than the revelation should have engendered. Land, lad, where they keep food and drink. Oh, right. Land, he said, a spark finally striking in the vast, dark empty of his noggin. The pirates had set us adrift without oars, but Drool's arms were long enough that if he lay down, he could get enough of a hand in the water to paddle. By his sliding from one gunwale to the other, the little boat sloshed slowly forward. My arms would barely reach the water, and as it turned out, though the monkey could swim, even with a sturdy cord tied round his middle, Jeff was complete shit at towing a boat. An hour or so later, what had been a calm sea began to rise up on rollers, and the blue-white lines I'd spotted churned into a briny boil. What had been the distant swish of surf now crashed like thunder before us. Pocket, said Drool, sitting up, his eyes wide and alight with fear. I don't want to paddle no more. I want to go back. Nonsense, said I, with enthusiasm I did not feel. Once more unto the breach. And before I could turn to see where we were headed, a great wave lifted the boat, and we were driven ahead on its face, racing as if on a sled down a never-ending slope. Drool let loose a long, terrified wail and gripped the rails as the stern was lifted, and then we were vertical on the face of the wave. I looked above me to see a great, flailing nitwit flying in the night and a monkey tumbling with him. Then the wave crashed down upon us. I lost my hold on the boat and was awash in a confusion of salt and chill. Over and down and over until there was no up. Nowhere to go for air and no way to get there. Then a light. The moon. A tumble, and there again, the silver above, shining life. I kicked, hoping to find some purchase on sand, but there was nothing but water. Then the moon, and a black spectre diving out of the silver disk above. The boat! I tried to tuck my head, but too late. And then a shock and a flash in the eye as the boat struck me, and all was dark. Oblivion. There were flames dancing before me when I woke from the dead, which was not entirely unexpected. The devil was smaller and rather younger than I would have guessed. He danced barefoot around the fire as he stoked it in preparation for my torment. The fiend wore a tunic of rough linen.